many times have you opened a new skein of floss and this happens? Oh no. Now what do I do? Well, my friends, how frustrating is that? Open a new skein of floss and this happens. You end up with a tangled, ratted mess. And when you take these off, well, first of all, you have to get them off because everything's all messy, messy, messy. How frustrating. So let's talk about how not to have this happen. So put that aside, and we have a brand new skein here. Okay. Pardon my moving around a little bit. I have my camera in a new position, so it's still getting used to it. Okay. Brand new skein here. Unopened, in perfect shape. How can I tell which end to open first? Not always is there a little bit of thread sticking out that I can just assume that that's the end. DMC has put a marking on your big label, and note it's usually the end with the larger label on that you're going to pull the end from. Okay? But DMC has put an indicator on this label. So do you see the circle here? Let me get something to point with a little easier. Okay, you see this circle. And do you see the arrow? Not the black arrow, because it looks like there's two different arrows there, but there's not. Hold on. Here we go. Not the black arrow, but the gold arrow. Do you see it turns around and points to this end. So whenever you're in doubt, look at your label and it points to this end, the gold part, not the black part, because that looks like an arrow too. So look at the gold and it points to this end, so that when you pull this thread, it's going to come out just perfectly wonderful. Okay? That's how you open a skein of floss. Now, what I'm going to do is adjust my phone a little bit here for a minute. Okay. I'm going to wrap this, and since I like to cut it in length. Okay. All right, here we go. So if I just open it up like this, I get the complete loop. And I stick that over my hand. And I have this handy dandy gadget. Okay, I'll hold it up here. And this is, I believe, 9 inches long, so that when I wrap my thread around this, I have 18-inch lengths. So to use this, I put the end through this hole. And this was gotten on eBay, and a friend of mine purchased it for me. And to be honest, I can't remember what it's called. But I put it through the hole, and then I just begin winding it off my hand, winding it around here. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it better. I'm going to wind it around here. Let's just make me a bit bigger here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pull it off my hand. I'm going to keep winding it around here. All right. And if you have it on your hand, on your arm, and you have it that the thread comes off towards you, you can just keep pulling and it will pull right off without any issue. And you can keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until you have it all wrapped. And then the nice thing about this is it has this handy dandy little groove. And if you cut in that groove, it gives you perfect 18-inch length. Okay, now the other thing, and I feel so bad for people when I see them doing this. A lot of folks, okay, let me go back. Let me go back to my other screen where you can see this a bit better. A lot of folks, when they're dividing their thread, they want to just split it like this and then do this. Well, look what happens. Look what happens. That starts to get to be a twisted mess. So the easy way to do this, and I'm going to do it from the other end since that end hasn't been used yet. God. Is tap your end. And you see how your threads come apart? Keep this pinched between your thumb and your forefinger. Take a hold of one of the strands, just one, and gently pull. And what will happen is, okay, Karen, get the right angle. Okay, what will happen is it will bunch up and it will look like it's going to knot. But see, when you get it completely out, it all falls down into a straight. Now you say, well, that's good if I only want one strand, but what if I want two? Well, if you want two, you just do that whole process again. Yes, it's going to bunch up, but look at that. It falls down and does not knot. So now I have one, and I have two, and all I do is match the ends, put them together, and thread my needle. Okay? If you're using a loop start, you may want to cut your threads 36 inches, which means this particular accessory, accoutrement, there are ones that are 18 inches long that can be purchased. So you would just need something to wrap your thread around that's 18 inches long that would give you a 36-inch length, and then you would be able to use a loop start. Personally, I'm a one strand at a time stitcher, so this one is an elegant sufficiency for me. So they can be found on eBay, and I'll look it up and put the website in here. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. This is how to open a skein of floss and to pull your strands from that cut piece. So thanks for joining. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you the next time.